Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see all of you, even though this weather is, coming in strong for us, right? Oh, no, it's good to see all of you, though. Let's go ahead and start our session by just sitting comfortably, however that looks for you, and start listening to the sound of your breath. Just pay attention and focus on only the breath. With every exhale, try to just surrender another thought, another worry. Let the mind find some quiet. And we'll press both palms together at the heart center. Let the chin sink to the chest and set an intention for your practice this evening. Think about what brought you to the mat, what you hope to get out of your time. And let's lift the head. Our left hand will come down and the right hand is going to reach all the way up and over for a side stretch. Shoulders are open. Right sits bone stays heavy. With every exhale, try to just surrender a little bit more. Notice if you're tensing up your hips right now. And we'll come up through center. And left hand will reach up and over as we go to the right. And back up to center. Switch which foot we have in front. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale into a spinal twist to the left. Right hand is on that left knee. Look on the opposite wall. On your next inhale, both hands come all the way up. Exhale, spinal twist to the right. Back to neutral. We're going to bring our feet out in front of us. Let them be about hip distance apart. And you want your knees to line up with your ankles. Sit up nice and tall. Feel that energy coming out of the crown of your head. And we're going to bring the hands back behind the thighs. Again, sit up nice and tall. With your next inhale, we're going to try to open the chest and shift forward. Exhale, roll onto that tailbone, chin to chest. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, relax back. Inhale, sit up. And this time when we exhale, we're going to fold over the legs. Go ahead and clasp opposite elbows and let your head hang heavy. ahead and slowly sit up, finding that straight back. And we're going to lean back. You can either stay right here, so just pull the toes up off of the earth, or if you want to go into a full boat pose. If you want to let go of the legs, those hands can reach forward. And we'll release the feet back down to the mat. Straighten the left leg, and we'll draw the right foot as close to the body as you can get it. Left arm will hug that right leg. Our hand is behind the back so that we just look at the wall. We don't have to go further and look way over the right shoulder. Just a little bit of a twist this first time. And as we release the bind, let that right knee fall forward. Open the knee. We're going to plant the left hand beside us and reach to the outside of that left leg with the right hand, finding a little bit of a twist here. You can have it at your thigh, at your calf, or all the way down to your feet, whatever feels good tonight. And roll back up to a seated position. We're going to make ourselves square now to that left leg. Hands are going to be on opposite sides, and just gently do a forward fold. Remember, with every exhale, try to just notice where you're tensing up and breathe into that space. Relax. And roll up to a seated position. Draw that right knee up and slide the foot forward, staff pose. So our pelvis tilts as far forward as you can so that we have a nice straight back. And always, always imagine that energy just lifting you up. If this feels good, maybe give your feet a flex, pulling the heels up off of the earth. And relax the flex. We'll draw that left foot in. Give that left leg a hug with the right arm, and we'll do that twist to the left, just looking at the wall. Release the bind, coming back to neutral. Allow that left knee to open up. And with that right hand beside us, we're going to twist over that right leg. So the left hand's anywhere on the outside of that right leg that feels comfortable. Sit back up nice and tall. Hands on opposite sides of the legs here, that right leg, and just relax into your forward fold. Imagine that left knee is heavy so it stays open as we go into the stretch. roll up to a seated position. Draw the right foot in to meet the left. The soles of the feet come together. We're not going to pull the feet super close to us like we normally do in cobbler. We'll keep it in more of a diamond shape. Holding onto your shins or your ankles or whatever feels good here. We're going to fold forward, but not all the way around. So we're going to keep a flat back, and those elbows are going to press into the knees. And release, sit up nice and tall. Fold forward and press the knees open. And sit up nice and tall. Inhale as we go forward. Exhale, sit up nice and tall. One more set. Inhale, open up those knees. And exhale, sit up nice and tall. Both knees come together. We're going to swing our legs around, coming to our tabletop position, all fours. And we'll begin with cat-cow breathing here. Make sure the knees are in line with the hips, the wrists are in line with the shoulders. Keep your shoulders actively pushing away from the earth and the core engaged. As you inhale, we'll drop the belly, open the chest, and look forward, coming directly into your cow pose with a big inhale. Exhale, tuck in the chin, tuck the tailbone, arch the back up for a cat. Inhale, return to cow, and just alternate between those two poses following your breath. If you see any extra motion that might feel good, go ahead and explore this time. We'll meet one more set, and then we'll meet in a neutral spine. Let the toes touch and walk those knees out as wide as the mat. Hips sink back to the heels. Stretch the hands forward as far as you can, and when you've gone that as far as you can, relax your forehead into your mat. If you get here and it feels a little uncomfortable, you can always stack the arms underneath your forehead or make fists. As always, whatever feels good, you make your practice your own. With your next inhale, we're going to roll all the way back up to your tabletop. Draw the knees so they're back in line with the hips. And we're going to start with that fire hydrant. So the knee stays bent, and you're going to lift that knee straight out to the side. And then go ahead and make a full circle, returning to starting point. And we'll do 5 rotations of our hips in this direction. And go in the opposite direction. Extend the leg long behind, let the toes come to the earth, press into that heel, and just rock forward and back. Lift that right leg up once more, and we'll draw the leg back down to tabletop. Repeat on the opposite side. So start with our fire hydrant and make our rotations in this direction. 5 and 5. We'll go in the opposite direction. extend that left leg out behind you, planting the toes, and we'll rock back and forth as you press into the heel. And lift the left leg up again. Draw it knee to our tabletop position. Walk the hands forward about a foot. And again, thinking of that cat pose, we're going to roll all the way forward, coming down to the belly. Slide the hands forward so that your elbows can line up to the shoulders, finding our Sphinx pose. This is the most gentle backbone we can do. Backbone, back bend. So whenever we're doing any, if I say cobra, you can always come to a Sphinx instead. Go ahead and look over that right shoulder. Maybe even bend that right leg. And extend the leg if you did. Come back through center. Look over the left shoulder. Maybe bend the leg on this side. And extend it long as we bring the head back to center. Release all the way down to the mat. We're going to stack the hands underneath the forehead in a crocodile. And just bend both knees, let the feet up in the air. And we're going to windshield wiper back and forth here. And as we come back to center, straighten the legs down. We're going to draw just the right knee up into a half of a frog pose. Sorry, I'm like, what is this? Pull that right leg back to straight. Draw the left knee up alongside. Straighten the left leg back. Draw both hands so that they're in line with your rib cage, keeping the elbows pressing in and the shoulders down. We're going to inhale up to a cobra, whatever feels good as far as your height is concerned. And just make sure you can look forward. Exhale, release down to the mat. Inhale, press back up to cobra. Exhale, lower to the mat. Last one, inhale up. And now this time as we exhale, draw the hips up. We're going to tuck the toes so we can lift the hips all the way to the sky into a downward facing dog. And walk your dog out here. Press one heel in at a time. Maybe shake and nod the head a little bit. And as your legs feel good, we'll find our stillness. Make sure you're looking out past your feet so that your ears are lined up to your forearms. Shoulders are actively pushing away from the earth. The pelvis tilts forward just slightly. And you press your heels towards the mat. Soften the knees, walk the feet up to the hands. And as we keep that soft bend in the knees, rest your chest onto your thighs and hang out in your ragdoll. So let that head swing and sway just to let go and loosen up here. Hands can stay anchored if your balance is a little wonky today, or maybe try to grab opposite elbows. Release the hands down to your mat. Bend your knees deeply as we begin to roll up to a standing position. Feel each vertebra straighten one at a time. Your head will be the last thing that comes up when you reach mountain pose. Imagine that flow of energy coming down our backs. We want to make sure that tailbone stays tucked under. All four corners of the feet have equal weight. Engage the thighs so they lift up off of the knees. Engage the core to maintain balance and stability. And our shoulders will stay pressing back, down and back. Inhale, both hands up. Act like you're holding a big beach ball up here. And as you exhale, lean to the right. Inhale back up to center. And exhale to the left. Exhale, we're going to swan dive all the way to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, as we forward fold, plant the hands so you can step back to a plank. Feel free to lower the knees here, or go ahead and give it a rock forward and back, like we did when we had the one leg back. The next time you're towards the front, begin to lower yourself to your mat, nice and slow. Untuck the toes as you inhale, pressing up to a down, not downward dog yet, cobra. And then as you exhale, you can either come through tabletop or go directly into your downward facing dog. Soften the knees, look to the top of your mat, and you're going to make your way there any way you want. You can take those steps again, maybe a skip, a hop, or jump. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Stand all the way up. Pull that energy to your heart center. And open up the hands alongside the body, palms facing forward in mountain pose. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to your flat back. Exhale, as we forward fold, plant the hands and step back just the right foot. We're going to find a low lunge. Watch the knee, that it stays in line with the ankle. And we'll drop the back knee, pressing all the way up to a crescent. Draw the hands to our heart center. And that right elbow is going to go to the outside of the left knee. Lower the right hand down to the mat. Left hand will reach up to the sky. Try to get your hands as far apart from each other as you can. And as we exhale, we'll lower the left hand to the mat. Shift your weight back to the right leg, straightening the left, pull the toes up off of the mat. And as you exhale, relax the crown of the head to the top of the mat. Coming out of the half split, we'll first go through crescent so that we can pivot our right foot and straighten the left leg directly into a gate pose. Left hand will come down that left leg, right hand reaches up to the sky. And as we lower the hands back through gate pose, we'll shift our weight to the top of the mat. Untangle that right knee. And stay in a lizard. So walk that left hand to the inside of the left foot. Try to open up that hip flexor. Go ahead and walk the left hand to the outside of the left foot again. Tucking the toe, lift the back knee. And we're going to push off really hard with that right foot so that we come back into a forward fold. Nice, exhale. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold as we plant the hands. Take a big step back with the left foot into your low lunge. Drop the back knee and lift up to a crescent. If your balance feels good tonight, maybe add the arms. Pull your arms, your hands down to your heart center. And then pivoting from the waist, we're going to turn towards the right and let the left elbow come to the outside of that right knee. Left hand will come down to the mat. Right hand reaches up to the sky. Spinal twist. Bring that right hand down to the mat. Shift our weight back to the left leg, straightening the right. Pull the toes up off of the mat. And as you exhale, folding over that leg, think about the crown of the head going to the top of the mat. Shift our weight forward, and while our weight's up there, we'll pivot the left foot, and come up to our gate pose. So that right leg is straight, arms are level. Right arm will come down that right leg, left hand reaches up to the sky. Bring the hands back out to your T once more. And we'll shift our weight to the front of the mat. Bring both hands to the inside of that right foot. Straighten out that left knee, coming directly into your lizard lunge. You can heel toe that right foot out a little bit if you need to. Walk the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Lift that left knee. And we're gonna push off with the left foot, exhaling into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, stand all the way up. Hands come through heart center. Open up alongside with the palms facing forward into mountain. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And this time we'll take a step back to our downward facing dog. Trying to keep your upper body exactly where it is. Don't shift to offset here. We're gonna try to use the core. We're gonna lift that right leg into our three-legged dog. Hips stay square to the mat. Draw the right knee into the nose, and then swing the foot through in between both hands. And we're gonna lift up to a high lunge. Both hands come. Draw the hands down through your heart center, pivoting from the waist. We're going to twist towards the right, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Reach down to the mat with that left hand. Right hand will reach up to the sky. And bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot. We're gonna hop the left foot in just a bit and straighten that right leg. Stay folded over the right leg. And if you want, you can add the arms. They'll come back behind you as you relax the crown of your head towards the mat in a pyramid pose. As you release the arms, the hands, we're going to cartwheel up to a warrior two. Look down at that right knee. Make sure it's not rocking forward. It needs to stay in line with the ankle. Arms are level with each other, and our weight is center. Looking out over that right hand. Reaching forward slightly, we're going to come all the way up. That left hand comes down the leg into a reverse warrior. And we'll cartwheel through warrior two. Bring both hands to the inside of that right foot. Into a lizard lunge, level two. Again, if you want to walk that right foot out a little bit, you can. If you want to add a little twist, you can. Just make it yours. Walk the right hand to the outside of the right foot. Bring the right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. As we shift our weight to the right foot, lift that left leg up into a three-legged dog. Draw the knee into the nose. Swing the foot in between the hands. And lift up to a high lunge. Hands to the heart center, twisting to the left. Right elbow goes to the outside of the left knee. Release the right hand down to the mat. Left hand reaches up to the sky. spinal twist. And bring the left hand to the outside. We're gonna, right, or do we do, yeah, okay. All right, so we're gonna hop that right foot in just a bit into that pyramid pose. You can support yourself as much as you want here. You could be resting on that leg, hands on the earth, or maybe bringing the hands back behind you. As we release the hands, if you have them in the bind, we're gonna cartwheel the arms up to a warrior two. Reach forward slightly and then up to the sky as that right arm comes down the right leg. Reverse warrior. Cartwheeling through warrior two. Both hands will come to the inside of that left foot. Lizard lunge. Walk the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Bring your left foot back to meet the right into a downward facing dog. Shift your weight forward and lower the hips into a plank pose. Feel free to lower the knees if you want. With your next exhale, lower slowly to your mat. Inhale up to your cobra. Exhale, press up into your downward facing dog. Bend both knees deeply as we look to the top of our mat. Make your way there any way you want. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Stand all the way up. Draw the hands through heart center. Open up alongside. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. With your next inhale, we're going to sit back into a chair. So arms come all the way out. You should be able to wiggle your toes. Draw the hands to your heart center. Left elbow to the outside of that right knee. If you want, you can open up those arms. Bring the hands back to your heart center. And as we come through center, press up to your mountain once more. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit back into a chair. Draw hands to the heart center and twist to the left. Right elbow to the outside of that left knee. If you'd like, open up the arms. Bring your hands back to the heart center and come to the front. Press up to your mountain pose. One last time. So really try to feel the power of this pose. both hands all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to your downward facing dog. Again, last one. So make it a good one. And relax the knees, coming to your tabletop position. Untuck the toes, hips sink back to the heels. And we'll come into a child's pose here. Since we're slowing down, cooling down, if you want to draw the arms back alongside you, you can. Roll back up to a tabletop. We'll slide that right knee up to the right wrist. Scoocha that foot up towards the left wrist as we sit back into a pigeon pose. Relax as you fold over that right knee. Yourself back up, and we'll swing the left leg all the way around, coming to the front. Hands will interlace back behind the leg. Maybe it's behind the thigh, calf, maybe you want to go all the way up to the foot, whatever feels good. As we bend that left leg, we're going to let that foot cross over the right. You can go into an easy pose if you want, or if you want to try that stacked log pose we've been working on. Take a cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Hands will come out to a T. Right arm will cross over the left, bend the left elbow, wrap the hands around so the palms touch, and lift the elbows so they're in line with the shoulders. If it's more comfortable tonight to do the bear hug, you always have that option. Release the arms, and we're going to shift our weight forward so that both palms come to the mat. And see if you can rock it forward, untangle the legs, and you have to walk back, scooch back to our tabletop position. Left knee will slide up to the left wrist, scooch of that right foot up towards the right wrist, and sit back into your pigeon pose. Relax as you fold over that left leg. Press your way back up. Swing that right leg around and up. Hands interlace behind the leg wherever it feels comfortable. Bending that right knee, we're going to lower that that leg on top of the other or just into an easy pose, whatever feels good at this point in your practice. Inhale the arms halfway up to our T. This time left will cross over right, bend the right, wrap around until the palms touch and lift those elbows up. Release the arms, shift our weight back so we can untangle the legs. And windshield wiper from side to side, nice and slow, but pulling the hips up so that your knees can both make contact to your mat. Come back up to neutral and maybe heel toe the feet in a bit so the knees can be in line with the ankles. And we'll shift our weight forward so we can sit up nice and tall once more. And with your exhale, fold over the thighs, let the neck relax. Roll your way all the way down to your mat. So I'm scooching forward a little bit here so my head stays on the mat. And keep both feet planted. Extend the right foot up to the sky and begin with our ankle circles. Go in the opposite direction. Point the foot, flex and draw the knee towards the chest. Straighten and point, flex, draw the knee down. Straighten and point, flex, draw the knee down. And this time, reach up with the right hand to the outside of that right foot and really pull that knee into your underarm. Give it a little rock side to side and a half of a happy baby. Release the right foot down to the mat, extend the left foot up to the sky, and begin with your ankle circles once more. Go in the opposite direction. Point the toes, flex and bend that left knee towards the chest. Straighten and point, flex and bend. Straighten and point, flex, bend. Reach up with that left hand to the outside of the left foot and give it a rock side to side. And draw that leg into the chest. Go ahead and pull the right leg up so both thighs are resting on your chest and just rock side to side. Lower just the left foot, and the right leg is going to cross all the way over. So not the knee, not the ankle over the thigh, but like totally cross your legs here. If you want to go into full eagle legs, wrap that right foot around the left ankle. Arms will come out to your T, and as you exhale, relax both legs over to the left, making sure you keep your shoulders both anchored onto the mat. Draw the legs back up, untangle those legs, and do the opposite side. So cross the left leg under. If you want to wrap the foot under that or behind the ankle, feel free. And as you relax, allow both legs to fall to the right. Draw the legs back up to neutral, untangle, and walk both feet as close to your sits bones, the heels as close to your sits bones as you can get them, a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Your arms are down alongside the body with the palms pressing into the mat. Tilt the pelvis so that the lower back is pressing into the mat. And then continue to lift those hips up off of the earth, pressing into the hands, finding your supported bridge. Exhale as you slowly roll down. Feel each vertebra make connection one at a time. Don't rush it. And you can walk your legs long, the feet just about as wide as your mat. Arms you can rotate so that the palms are facing up. And we find our corpse pose coming into Shavasana. So if you like to add anything here to make it more comfortable, now's the time to grab that. Come to the most important part of the practice, Shavasana. Start doing a scan of your body and notice if you have tension or soreness anywhere, and try to breathe into that space. Relax your toes. Relax your feet. Loosen the calves. Release the thighs. As you continue to surrender to this feeling with your legs will likely rotate outward as the hips relax, and your torso will start feeling heavier and heavier into the mat as you relax the core. Relax the hands. Relax the arms. With each breath, release the shoulders and the neck, leaving any tension left there. Pressing your tongue to the roof of the mouth, release the jaw and relax relax the muscles of the face. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, inviting gentle movements back into the body. And if it's comfortable for you, you can slowly make your way to lie on one side, cradling your head with your arm. The journey that we take with our yoga helps us to see so many things from a different perspective. Everything from nature that's around us to the energy that other people offer us, how much of ourselves we're giving to others, and making sure we nurture ourselves back. Even the most practiced people find that they fall short at times. But the thing is, you just don't give up. You return to the mat, you find that breath, and you focus the mind. Think about the intention that you set at the very beginning of this practice. I like the symbolism of inviting it to leave the mat with you. so that hopefully in times of need, you can return to this feeling in this moment anytime it's necessary. Feel free to join me in a seated position. And as we end our practice, you do you. Whatever feels good and right for your closing. Now's the time to start that. If you want to press your palms together at your heart center and let your chin sink to the chest, you can remind yourself of those 3 mantras that we end our practice with. I am present. I am strong. I am loved. And you truly, truly are. I can't thank you enough for coming here this evening, anytime you're able to come, and sharing your energy as we all practice together. It is such a blessing to me, and I'm so grateful for it. So thank you. And if you would like, you can join me in Namaste.